Coming up on Cabarrus this week, we go behind the scenes at a filming of one of our most popular and delicious programs, and hear from a few human services social workers about the importance of their sometimes difficult jobs. Plus, grilling season remains in full effect, and Cabco Emergency Management Director Steve Langer shows us the safe way to sizzle this summer. That's all right now on Cabarrus This Week. Welcome to Cabarrus This Week. I'm Scott Grossman, and thankfully I'm in the wonderfully air-conditioned Epicurean epicenter of Cabarrus County cooking. That's right, I'm in Pam's living room. Right behind me is Pam Outen in Pam's Kitchen. I don't have the culinary skills to cross that counter, but we're going to take you behind the scenes today with this little video showing you how we make an episode of Pam's Kitchen. All right, I know it doesn't look like a kitchen, but this is actually where an episode of Pam's Kitchen begins. This is in the Comms and Outreach office in the Governmental Center. Jarrett's back there getting the script ready on the computer. We've got gear packed up and ready to go, and then we jump in the van. All right, so she met us at the door, and now we're actually in Pam's Kitchen. Pam, how do we make Pam's Kitchen on TV?
Probably people wouldn't realize that we're filming 3 different segments on one day.
This is the assembly line in Pam's dining room where she's got the recipes lined up for us to shoot all 3 of those segments.
And that involves a lot of advanced food preparation.
All right, so we loaded all the equipment into Pam's living room. Now it's time for me to get ready to do the stand-ups to intro this piece. Time to get into wardrobe. Welcome to Cabarrus This Week. I'm Scott Grossman. Now that that guy's done talking, we can get down to business while we're here. We're going to tape an episode of Pam's Kitchen.
You're rolling. That's your camera.
Hello and welcome to Pam's Kitchen. I'm Pam Outen. You can always count on something quick, easy, and nutritious.
You know, one of the best benefits of working on Pam's Kitchen is we have to, before we go, sample the goods to make sure that the recipes are top-notch for everybody to enjoy. So that's what we're doing right now. We'll see you next time on Pam's Kitchen.
Clearly, Pam works hard to bring the show together. The production team has it much easier. We get to sample the final dish. Always delicious. Speaking of hard work, the amazing team at the Department of Human Services commits each day to protecting and caring for Cabarrus residents, young and old. 2 social workers recently shared their stories to provide a glimpse of the rewards and difficulties of the important job that they do. Here's more.
I wanted to give you a quick call in reference to I did get consent from our director here in reference to the hospice services. In this particular role with doing guardianship as well as adult protective services, your day cannot be planned out. In the blink of an eye, something can happen during the day and totally change everything.
Have you been to their home here? Okay. Is it usually clean when you're here? And do you know how, if the children do something wrong at home, how they're usually disciplined?
A lot of times, especially in the beginning, they're not always the best positive reactions. Of course, you know, with child welfare being involved, it's not a fun situation. But seeing the change that I can help bring in the family is not, you know, I'm not doing the change, they're doing it, but I'm helping them, guide them that way. And that has always been very rewarding for me.
We have adults in the community that require us to be a guardian. So we just ensure that they are protected in the community when they're no longer able to speak for themselves and they've been adjudicated incompetent. The adult protective services side of it, we get reports. It can be from the community, it can be from anyone, of abuse, neglect, or exploitation of an adult, anyone 18 years or older. And then if there is concerns, then we do go out and we assess the situation and we go from there.
We definitely have those cases where people call for no reason, and then some of them might be very serious, and having to keep those cases in the back of my mind all day, because when I leave work, I'm walking out the building, but that's still in my mind because these are people and these are lives. So that part's very challenging. And having to censor your feelings. A lot of times it can be very hard when we're dealing with children with broken bones and bruises and things of that nature. You just want to hug them and you can't.
I enjoy having those long-term clients that I have worked with for a number of years, because you become part of their family. You're their confidant. You're the one that they come to when there's a situation that arises. And I feel like I'm able to help those that are less fortunate to navigate the systems, programs, services that are out in the community.
My first real serious case here at Cabarrus County, it was some serious neglect where the child basically had to relearn how to walk and eat and talk, and she just completely had regressed due to some neglect in her household. So watching her come out of that situation and learning to walk and just thriving, and the colors changing in her skin back to normal, and even just her knowing my name was just, it's always kind of like stuck with me. That's one of those cases that I like to check up on.
A good social worker is someone that is empathetic, has a listening ear, someone that is resourceful, wants to see a good outcome.
The only way you can really help someone is if you put yourself in their situation and understand it from the outside looking in.
Our Human Services has teams dedicated to adult and child protection, family services, financial assistance, and transportation. If your family has an economic or social need, you can call 704-920-1400 or visit cabarruscounty.us for more. Finally this week, as the temperatures hopefully cool off, it's a great time to do some outdoor entertaining and fire up the grill. Cabco Emergency Management Director Steve Langer takes the time to show you how to keep your party cool when the coals get hot.
We would like to offer you a few grilling safety tips this grilling season. Whether you are using an old grill or purchasing a new one of the first important things that you need to do is make sure that your hose and tank are connected properly and that there's no leaks. You can check for leaks by using dish soap and water along the hose and along the connection to the tank to ensure that there's no leaks. The next important thing is to make sure that you're not grilling next to your home or any other structure. These grills can get up to over 450, 500 degrees, and that can cause melting to your siding. You also want to make sure that you are not leaving a grill unattended with kids or animals around while you're cooking. Whenever you go to ignite your grill, you want to make sure that you have the lid open. Turning the gas on and having the lid closed and then hitting the igniter switch can cause a gas explosion. So always make sure that your lid is open when you go to ignite your grill. We hope that these few grilling safety tips will help you have a safer grilling season.
Those are great tips, Steve. If you have some skill on the grill, you can share some photos from your next tailgate or outdoor event with us. You can send them to outreach@cabarruscounty.us, and we might share them on our social media channels, or you can just tag us directly on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram @Cabarrus County. Now, North Carolina has seen a rapid increase in COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations. For the past year, we've all been diligent about practicing the 3 W's. But as we transition to this new phase of the pandemic, the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services is urging everyone to vax up or mask up. We must continue to protect one another. If you have questions about the vaccine, you can call the Cabarrus Health Alliance Health Information Line at 704-920-1213. Well, that's all we have for you this week. As always, you can find more stories and updates by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram @Cabarrus County, or by subscribing to our weekly newsletter. Just visit cabarruscounty.us and type newsletter into the search bar. And don't forget, you can watch all of our other programming, including Pam's Kitchen, on demand at youtube.com/Cabarrus County. Be sure to like and subscribe to get all of our updates. All right, Cabco, I want you to have a great week, and maybe invite Jarrett and me to your next cookout. But for right now, we're going to go into Pam's Kitchen and we're going to sample some of her recipes. Take care, Cabco.